Alright, originally my goal was to record with my phone. But because it's an iPhone, it really didn't like talking to my PC and I couldn't get all my video feed. So what I did is got a camcorder. And so now I only have a certain amount of clips that are actually working that I can show you of the baby chicks.
So I'm going to try the fermented food again, but it doesn't.
Since my iPhone isn't working, we're gonna do it this way. So I went out and I got the chicks from the post office and they showed up a day late but a day too early from what I was expecting. So I didn't have things like honey or fresh garlic for my magic water. So I had to make do. I used dried garlic and I had to use the sugar just to kind of boost them up from their long trip. So came home, put them in their nice home, which I can show you. Happy as clams. I'll show you the inside in just a minute. But the thing is that I dipped all their beaks in the water and I ended up losing one. So that was a little hard reality, is that I think he died of dehydration. I don't think he got enough water because everybody was seemingly fine. I went to my daughter's school thing and came back and I had a dead chick. I know they say that it's really common that chicks die for no reason at all, but I felt really responsible for it. So I got one of the eyedroppers that I had for the girls that we weren't using anymore, and I started filling it with water basically, and the chicks would naturally come over and start pecking it because they're curious creatures. So once they started drinking the water, and every time they saw it, they would come over and they would immediately start pecking, they'd start drinking the water, and then I moved the Doppler over to the water, and then they just kind of started translating from the Doppler to the water, and now all the chicks are thriving really well now. The dipping of the beaks, I think it worked for some of them, but I don't think it worked for all of them. I know my Spangolds have a really hard time with that, and I don't know if it's just because they're so small, or I just couldn't get them in deep enough, or I honestly don't know, because that's the one that would die, was one of the Spangolds, and they're the smallest out of the 15 that we had. So now we're down to 14. Once they settled in for a couple days, I gave them the soft center part of zucchini. So that's kind of the little treats that they were getting for a while. I made them really small because I didn't have any grit. So I know you guys out there who are saying, why didn't you have any grit? Well, I didn't have any grit. So they're doing fine. I cut it up small enough that they could digest it, and it's really soft and squishy that they can just peck the poo out of it. They can just peck it all they want. Been socializing them pretty well. I try not to let the girls pick them up just because I don't think they have like a squeeze resistant kind of thing. If the birds start to struggle, I just don't want them to start squeezing too hard. So I usually pick them up and let them pet them, but I'm in there a few times a day making sure that they're at least letting you pick them up without just totally freaking out, and they're doing really well with that. But I'll do more on that in just a minute. We also, why don't I just bring you over with me? Did I bring anything? Alright, so these two wood pieces in here are just holding up the cages. We just used old dog crates. They worked perfect for what we needed because they lift up, and then I just have it fastened to the other side so it stays up. Here's Peckerman. He's the most, I guess, she's the most friendly out of all of them. She's the most friendly out of all of them. She obviously gets her name from the pecking. She pecks and pecks and pecks and pecks. But she's also my bravest, and she's also the nicest, contrary to the pecking. So this was the supplement, the Doppler. This has just regular water in here. I don't expect them to really use it because I know it's just a hamster feeder, but they like to peck it, and it's a boredom buster for them. Oni, no. We have Oni, who thinks they're like little niblets. She wants in there so bad. So, this is just a boredom kind of buster for them. Sorry, the harsh red light. So it doesn't really mean anything. Their real water's over here. They muck it up so fast. So I was looking for an alternative. Eventually I'm going to try to move them over to the nipple system, which is similar to this. It just is for chickens and works better. So that over there is pretty deep, just because I try to keep the water area a little shallower. Obviously, so they're not just trekking in. Peckerman's following me. Obviously, so they're not trekking so much in. Like, I just cleaned this right before I started recording, and it's already a mess, and I see that there's a little poop that's floating around in there, which, you know, I can only keep it clean for so long, so that's kind of why I want to get them on the nipple system, start getting that water clean so I don't have to work so hard, because I empty it at least 4 times a day. It's just kind of a waste. So now, so what's new since we've had them? So other than the So what are we going to do from here? Well, they're getting big really fast, so they're going to stay in this probably for a while, at least another, probably another 3 weeks or so, but we're getting ready to start building coops, so when we start doing that, I will record all that so you guys can see what we're doing for them, and then they can start going outside. Peckerman is the largest out of all of the girls, so, sorry for the shadow. Peckerman's the largest of all the girls, so because she's the largest, she's gonna take up a lot of room really fast. So, 15 of them. See, Peckerman is just a social beast. Just because there's 14 of them, and can you see her? She's just hanging out. She's one of my silver laced. She's one of my silver laced. Well, actually, she's matte silver laced. I got 2 tailings, which will produce green eggs, and then the other one will produce blue eggs. And then we have 3 Spangolds now since one died, 2 black Manicoras, and 4 black stars. I'm not 100% sure where we're at on the black stars, because I can't tell all the Manicoras and the black stars apart. So I either have 3 black Manicoras or I have 3 black stars. Can't tell. Okay. So we have my silver laced. This is our 1 leghorn. That is Emmy's. That's her favorite. Her favorite Peckerman. So we have 4 of the silver laced. And then we have, this is either, well, I believe these are the Manicoras. This is Paleface. Peckerman is also super jealous, so when I pick up other chicks, she gets super aggressive about it. So I'm assuming that she's trying to become the mama hen. I have no idea what she's doing. All right, so we have the Manicoras, and then looks like, so the thing is that these white ones, like pale face, but we also have, let's see if I can zoom in on her. This guy right here, which I believe is also a Manicora, but I'm not sure because she has the black head, so it's kind of hard to tell. What are you doing, Zilla? What are you doing? So it's kind of hard to tell at this particular moment in time which one is going to turn out to be the black stars or the Manicoras, because I know we have one, I can't tell. So this is my little pretty girl right here. Let's see if I can catch her. She is not a social butterfly. She does not like to be held or pet. This is the tailings. So she, I believe, will have the, I think she has the green ones. She's a true green or something like that. Let's see here. What else do we got going on over here? So this other, I don't know if you can see her. This is my True Blue. She's another tailing. She's not as bad as the brown one, but she's also not as big. She's pretty small. So I don't know if the breed, they're the same breed, just a different color, I guess. So I'm not sure why she's so much smaller. She might be younger, I guess, but they should have all been day-old hatchlings. Let's see. These are the Spangleds. They're a little bit more skittish. They're getting better though. They'll come over if you start pecking the ground, but they do panic really easily. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. I can get them another feeder, but like I said, when I did that, they basically were just eating constantly. And I know they're babies and I know that's fine for them, but they also waste a lot of food too. So I also, I'm not doing the fermented feed because the first time I did it, it was a little runny because they were late and the other one wasn't ready yet. And I gave that to them anyway and they ate it just fine. The problem was because it was